grand rising on this beautiful day. For this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be exceedingly glad in it. What's going on with y'all, fam? It's your boy Zay Gift. It's your fam Zay Gift. It's your big bro Zay Gift. Y'all got back at y'all with another one. This message that Yahuwah just put on my heart, been getting downloads like. But I hope y'all having a blessed, highly favored day. We too blessed to be here. So I gotta understand that. Keep going in life. Keep seeking Yahuwah faith. Keep worshiping Him in the spirit and the truth. For we walk by faith and we walk not by sight. Y'all gotta understand that. But I don't know what the title of this video is gonna be. But he just gotta bring back. He just gonna have to bring it back to my memory, bring it back to my spirit. Like, but y'all gotta understand. Like, people gotta learn how to stop. Like, y'all gotta understand, people who judge you based off their own insecurities, based on stuff they battle, y'all gotta understand that they'll throw their problems on you. And y'all gotta understand, y'all gotta be prayed up in that fear and that mission of God. Y'all gotta put on the actual, to put on the full armor of Yahushua so you can withstand the fiery darts coming from the enemy and stuff. Y'all gotta understand that, like, it'll rub on you like a contagious disease, and you just gotta pray those spirits off. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand, Yahuwah, he'll keep your enemies living, he'll keep your enemies alive and just bless you in front of them. And just keep them alive and just show them that they ain't stopping nothing. Y'all gotta understand, in the Bible it says, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper in the mighty matchless name of Yahushua. Like, no weapon formed against you, chosen ones. No weapon formed against you, God-fearing ones, godly people. Y'all gotta understand that. It's not saying that we better than nobody, but people, they just like, y'all gotta understand, chosen ones. We dream big. We dream out of this world. Like, people don't be knowing, like, we dream, like, we can see where we gonna be at ahead of time when we go with a vision, when we go with a dream, or where we go with our aspirations. Like, we can see that, we can see the outcome, we can see we gonna be big, we gonna be foreign. Like, I gotta understand it. But like, people try to throw shade on your success. They'll try to knock you down and just throw fear and doubt and worry into you and saying you're not gonna be this, you're not gonna be that. They'll just try to knock you down, because I gotta understand, when you ain't got nothing to show for, when you ain't got like big subscribers, big views, like when you a low life, when you just starting off, it's gonna be hate coming from both y'all. Y'all gotta understand that. Like, people gonna tell you that you're not gonna be nothing, but y'all gotta understand, Yahuwah, it says in the Bible, I will present a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I will anoint your head with oil, and my cup runs over. Y'all gotta understand that He'll present a table in the presence of your enemies. The minute He raised you up out of that pit, the minute He raised you up to a higher new level, the minute He see you, the minute you elevate, and the minute you getting more and more and going better with this, and they see you progressing this, you gotta understand, like, He gonna raise you up like a phoenix. He said, those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They should mount up on wings like an eagle. They should run and not be weary. They should walk and never faint. You gotta understand, when you wait on Yahuwah time, His time is always better. Like, when you wait on His time is the greatest time. Like, that's why I said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, all your ways and knowledge, and He's going to direct your path. You gotta understand, when you trust Him, when you surrender your whole life to Him, when you surrender your goals, your aspirations, your dreams, what you're worrying about, like how far you're gonna be in life, like, I gotta understand, He's the creator of all things, so He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna take care of all that. He the only one who can see your vision. He's the only one who can see your outcome, your future. Because you gotta understand, chosen ones, your life is preordained. Your life is preordained for the foundation of this world. So Yahushua, he know you're expected, and he know where you end at. He know your future. He already there just planting it. Y'all gotta understand, He knew you before you was formed in your mother's womb. Y'all gotta understand that. Y'all gotta understand, you may be telling him, oh, you're gonna be on the big platform one day. You're gonna be on YouTube. You're gonna be a motivational speaker speaking to people. You're gonna have your own ministry. You're gonna be a preacher one day. You're gonna have your own clothing line. You're gonna have your own hair salon, your own barbershop. And people may not just believe you because you a low life, or you just you're not showing like Yahuwah. He just hiding your value. Y'all gotta understand, His rejection is gonna be for your protection. Y'all gotta understand, fam, He'll hide your value. He'll hide you just so your enemies, your ops, or the naysayers, the people that's coming to get you, think they have one up on you, so they can shine, so they can think they have one up on you, so they think they can better than you, so they can think, oh, they like this cool person, or they like better than you. He'll make them think that. He'll make them feel that and stuff. But the minute He raise you up like a phoenix, the minute He bring you out and just give you whatever your heart desires, they're gonna try to change your mind, because y'all gotta understand, when they telling you that you're not gonna be this and that, when they telling you you're not gonna be the one day, y'all gotta understand, like, He gonna give you that. It may not be when you want it to, but I promise you He gonna give it to that. That's why you gotta stay. That's why you gotta just have faith in him. Just put all your faith in him. He can move mountains in a second. Y'all can understand that. Like, faith is forward action and trust him, which also means fear is not in his house. You're not afraid of anybody. You're not afraid of nothing. You're going to go after everything that Yahuwah has for you. Y'all got to understand that. Like, y'all got to understand, greater is he that is in you than he that is of this world. Greater is he that is in you, God that's in you, than Satan that is in this world. Y'all got to understand that. Like, when Yahushua start giving you that big platform, they gonna try to change their mind and try to act like they knew you could do that. They gonna try to act like, oh, I knew you can do that. I knew you had it in you. I saw it in you. Like, you're gonna understand that. They gonna be like, oh, they gonna try to act like they would support you and stuff, but not knowing they were secretly hating on you. They were secretly admiring you. They were secretly talking, praying on your downfall, praying that you hope you wouldn't get to that big platform because they could see the light in you. They knew you was gonna be big one day. But y'all gotta understand, sometimes we can just be lost in this world. We can just be lost and not figure our way out. But Yahushua, he always gonna have a way out. Y'all gotta understand that. Like, fam, the minute he give you that, y'all gotta understand Yahuwah, he'll make us, like, he'll make us go through it in order for us to get to it. Y'all gotta understand that we gotta go through it in order for us to get to it. We gotta go through some abandonment. We gotta go through people walking out on us. We gotta go through people to just talking down on us, or just not being there for us, or not being loyal to us, to just make us realize our worth. Like, I gotta understand, you gotta know your worth, because people will play you for it. They'll play you for your worth. I gotta understand that. Like, you will be surprised how many people see your light before you even see your light. They'll be around you and just hoping that you won't wake up to your true self, hoping you won't wake up to your God-like self. Y'all gotta understand that. They're hoping you won't figure out your identity, because y'all gotta understand you're not from here. You from a royal priesthood. Y'all gotta understand. So, like, when people come in contact with you, they can already just feel your energy. They already just know who you are. Like, the minute they lay their eyes on you, like, you don't even gotta open your mouth. Like, it's the aura that you carry. Like, as soon as you walk into rooms, you don't even gotta say nothing. It's just the stuff that you bring in. It's the aura around you. It's the God that's in you. Y'all gotta understand that. And people be thinking, like, when they come in contact you, oh, what's something? It's something about this chosen one that's different. Like, they be thinking it's on you. It's not on you. Like, it don't be the stuff that you wear. Like, y'all gotta understand, you make the brand. Chosen ones, whatever you put on, y'all gotta understand, you the brand. You make the brand pop. You make everything pop. Y'all gotta understand. They be like, oh, it's on them. Nah, it's not on us. It's in us. It's the God in us shining through it. Y'all gotta understand that. Like, and they gotta understand, like, they can't diminish us. They can't dim our light. Y'all gotta understand, they can't dim people light who shine in the dark. Like, people who learn how to just bounce back from people just walking down on them, making them hit rock bottom. Let people walking down on them. Understand, you can't dim people like who learn how to shine in the dark. Like, that dark, when you in that dark pit, it's gonna tell you who you really are, how you bounce back, how you get up from that. Like, and like I said, people will be in that pit and they'll be in the struggle, they'll be down, but they don't want to get back up. They want to stay in that pit. Like, you gotta understand, you gotta get back up from that. You gotta bounce back from that, because it's gonna make you stronger. Like, the more you praying out to God, the more you worshiping him in the spirit and truth, the more you getting into your prayer closet, the more you fast. I gotta understand, he pouring his spirit out onto you. He giving you more strength. He give you that anointing. He giving you that glow like never before. You gotta understand that he pouring his spirit out onto you like never before. And chosen ones, when you telling people you're gonna be something one day, you're gonna get this and that, like, because you know you always, like, since you was a child, you already knew you was different from people. You just always see through people. You just always see like the world different from stuff. Like, you just dream big. Y'all gotta understand, like, people don't want to stay down with you or they don't want to be down with you and just suffer with you, like, because they want that fast money. They want to get it fast. They don't want to just wait on their time. Like, everybody got the time. I gotta understand that. Like, if you get it fast, I know, like, if it's fast, you know it's not gonna last. If it's slow, you know it's for sure. Y'all gotta understand that. The people who suffer with Christ is gonna reign with Christ. Y'all gotta understand that. You gotta go through some hardship. You gotta go through suffering, not doing the worldly thing. You gotta go through you struggling, you not having something, you barely having something to eat, to just get to it, and then to just get to it. Y'all gotta understand that. Y'all gotta understand. The Bible even says, "Blessed are the pure and righteous heart, for they are going to see the Lord." Y'all gotta understand that. Y'all gonna see who. Y'all gotta understand that. Blessed are the pure and righteous heart. Like, chosen, we have a blessed and pure and righteous heart. Like, when we down, when we ain't got nothing, we just always loving people who got something. We just always loving people when it's their time. Y'all gotta understand that. But when they see it's our time, they don't want to support us. They don't want to do this and that for us. Like, I gotta understand that. Chosen, y'all gotta understand that. Like, when we suffering, when we going through it, people would just talk about us because we wear the same stuff. Like, the chosen, we go through so much. People think we just get stuff on silver platters. No, we grind for this. We work for this. We go through the most than most people even realize. We go through more than even people realize. Like, too much is given, much is required. You gotta understand that. Yahuwah, he put stuff on us even harder because we the chosen ones. Like, people think being this is easy. It's not. Like, fam, like, like, we go through it more than anybody else. I gotta understand that we be wearing the same. Sometimes we wear the same stuff and people just criticize for that, but we being faithful with few things, so Yahushua can make us rule over many. Like, that's what the Bible even says. Like, we just try to be faithful with the stuff we have, the stuff we like, faithful with the stuff we got, and not the stuff we don't got. Like, we appreciating the fact that we got something and not trying to worry about like, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Nah, like, what we got in the present moment, what we got right now, that's what we appreciate. That's what we being thankful for. Y'all gotta understand that. And some people, they don't even be thankful for the stuff they got because they want more. They be greedy. They be out here just wanting to keep getting more. You gotta understand that. But if you just hold your peace and let the Lord fight all your battle, just hold your peace, just be still, fam. Like, just people just need to learn how to just chill out and just take the time and just be thankful for with the stuff they got. Because when people just be thankful and just be appreciative of what they have, like, they receive more, they reap more. Y'all gotta understand that. Chosen ones, y'all gotta understand, like, people don't understand. We don't need people to believe in us, because the only approval we need is from Yahuwah. Y'all gotta understand. He even says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4, it says, but as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, even so we speak not as pleasing men, but God who tests our heart. Like, the only approval we need is from Yahuwah. The only thing we want to please is Yahuwah. Y'all gotta understand that. Like, and people, the more shade they throw on you, the more they try to dim your light, throw shade on your success. Y'all gotta understand that. Like, pressure makes diamonds. Like, the more they criticize us and dim us, is the more they gonna make us want to go even harder. The more they gonna make us greater, because y'all gotta understand, y'all haters make y'all greater. Like, that's all I have to say. But like, yeah, that's the little message I had to get out. Like, just keep going and forward, and like, just keep moving forward. Don't look back. Like, don't worry about if people not supporting you or believing you. Believe in yourself. Start betting on yourself. Start betting all on yourself. Yahushua gonna be the only one that's gonna believe you. Y'all gotta understand, he sits high, but he looks low. Y'all gotta understand that. But we gotta start thanking him and just thanking him for just saving us, like, and keeping us covered in the blood of the Lamb, and just protecting us from unseen battles that we don't see, unseen, like, people just having secret hidden agendas or motives. Him saving us from all that. Him just keeping us away from all evil. You gotta understand that. We gotta start thanking from all that, because he does so much for him. He keeps us first in his life, so we gotta start keeping him first in our life. We gotta try to at least keep us first in his life. But yeah, just keep moving forward and, like, go after your goals, your aspirations, your dreams. Keep your head on the swivel. Just understand that. Keep worshiping him in the spirit and truth. And I love y'all, and Yahushua loves y'all even more. Just stay up and bless A1.